I'm not sure I care for the word murder here, but in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Lana Skye. Well, now you see, rearranging a crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Okay, my headset's about run out of battery, so I'm going to be going here deaf now. Really, Chief Gant, at the very least, there's one large benefit you have reaped from all this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would be the course of position you have, Chief of Police. Oh! The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief, and that itself is sufficient motive. Ho ho! Oh, that's a good one. Huh? Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was still in line to become the next chief. The resolution of the SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is this true, Edgeworth? Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway. Ah! Be careful when pointing that finger, or you may wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation you could commit forgery. And if you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Don't be silly, Webby. You know me better than that. There's only three people I have to look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Udgy, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. Okay. So let's ask about the accomplice. Okay, nothing in it for you. Sorry, the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right. You didn't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough in the crime and be tough in people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough in yourself though. Ho ho ho! That's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, he would have helped someone out. So let's point out the accomplice. Okay, True, you might not help out anyone for her sake, but with benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Miss Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean. Okay, so let's say, very well then. Who's this person you believe Chief Gant might have helped forge evidence? It's a very obvious, isn't it? There's only one person who really cared that much, Lana Skye. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye? The defendant? I believe it's quite obvious in the light of circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? As for Chief Gant, he would also want a reason to help Lana if he asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed Chief Prosecutor of her prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But what did he profit from all this? He'd be able to use the Chief Prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would require unchecked authority over all the investigations. You mean to tell me, despite Chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Cries in Spanish. Oh wait, you must mean puppet is when someone's forced to do his bidding. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in the forging evidence. Your motive was to appoint her Chief Prosecutor so you could control her. Righto, my boy, you have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof, this amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless there's also what happened in this incident. This one, son? Which one would that be? Of course I'm talking about the matter of Detective Bruce Goodman. The Chief Prosecutor's been acting strangely throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Worthy, you better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want to get you hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but Chief is now making Lana take a rap over covering up his involvement. What? Okay, well, we're starting to get further furious and starting to get closer to the truth, and you can feel. Order! I said order! Miss Wright, you can't be serious. Huh? This is a farm from the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. Just accused Chief of Police of blackmail and murder. That is, impossible! Ooh. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edwards said in his easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I need to put this 3DS in charge quickly. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the Chief, a high-ranking officer of law, is involved in murder? Good question. Regardless of his rank and title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Show us the evidence that will tie Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. And of course we've actually got it. 777777. That's the key number. This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room in the day of the crime. There's one ID card in the list which we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 777777. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that is my card number. It is your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean? I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 777777. The same as the remaining ID card number in our list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room in the day of the crime. Okay, well these things are going a bit smoother. Order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense search in my office is a violation of regulations. And I will demand that Mr. Wright will be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now this court demands an explanation from you about the use of his ID card. Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room in the day of the crime? What about it? I'm Chief of Police, whether it's the evidence room or bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? Okay, I'll be right back once again. Okay, I'm back once again. Were you alone? When you entered this room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't happen to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gant? I'm afraid you just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Trial's purpose is to determine Lana Skye's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. Trial's purpose is to determine the truth. Chief Gant met the victim in the day of the crime. Then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? In that case, Miss Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Shows proof the victim went to meet Chief Gant on that day. Well, it'd have to be the lost item report, wouldn't it? Let me check. Yeah, I can only be submitted to the Chief of Police. It was the only thing I could think of for some reason. So, Detective Goodman lost his ID card at the day of a crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled in a lost item report. He would have to give a report to the Chief of Police. Yet you're in possession of a report, which means you can't be sure he ever filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed the enter of the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes. To transfer the evidence out. Oh. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, he accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him? There's no other way to the evidence, the murder and the Chief Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on, let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the Chief of Police, murdered poor Goodman? Exactly. But wait, the Chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found in his body. Oh, that was just the most insane thing ever. I always liked Chief Gant's like shocked face. Chief Gant, you didn't. The murder was most likely a spur of the moment crime for no one in the right mind. Would choose the Chief Police Department as a place to commit murder. After a murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're not forgetting, Mr. Wright. And that victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed in the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the Chief of Police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I order an officer to do it? Hey you, take a dead body to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And this time I thought it was all useless clue, just taking up space. How could the chief move the body? That's right, show us the evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief can't use this, and so there's only one bit of evidence I can think of, whereas, oh, I've already saw it, here it is. The parking stop. This is how you move Detective Goodman's body. A parking stop? Miles Edgeworth? You mean? The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by a car.